Hello everyone, my name is AZZATRU and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront video, and in this video I've got a bunch of information to share with you guys, plus I've not been able to upload many videos this week because I have been ill, and I am still quite ill, but I wanted to make this video so I can round up all of the news towards the end of the week. And we're actually going to be talking about a bunch of different things, including the possibility of what we could see in the Rogue One DLC in terms of Y-Wings, plus TIE Strikers that have actually been modded into the DLC. We also get some information on the possibility of a campaign in the next Star Wars Battlefront game, and many other things such as Heroes versus Villains changes. And this information has been really good. We've got tons of stuff to talk about, so you don't want to miss any parts of this video. Let's start off with some very exciting news, and I suppose it's quite interesting more than exciting, but a Redditor by the name of Jake Green, and he actually extracted audio that has not been found in the actual gameplay of Rogue One Scarif. He thinks that the audio, which is actually about the X-Wings, Y-Wings and U-Wings attacking the Imperials...
Hold off those X-Wings and Y-Wings. Focus your efforts on the U-Wing troop transport, TIE pilots. Target the U-Wings, do not be distracted by X-Wings or Y-Wings.
That the Y-Wings are actually cut from the game from being playable, because if you think about it, they are actually in the mission, in infiltration, because, you know, we have Y-Wings that are power-ups, but we can't actually play as them yet, and he thinks they may be coming in the future, in a future update, or they've just been cut in general. We just don't know, but it would be great to actually get them in a future update. Moving on to a change coming to Heroes vs Villains in a brand new server patch, which is actually coming very soon, and I'll be sharing more details on that later on in the video. Basically, Dennis posted on the forums that he has heard the community, they all have heard the community, and they are changing Heroes vs Villains to how it used to be. So, at the moment, it's now currently 3 rounds to win, which is down from 5, but people really did not like this change. So he has said that it's going back to how it used to be. The reason why it changed was because the game mode was so long, and it was getting longer than Walker Assault. And for me, I really enjoy this change. I mean, so did a small other minority. They really like this change, but it just did not work for the rest of the community, and they are reverting it back in a patch that will be coming in the near future, and it will be a server patch, so we don't have to download anything, which makes things so much easier and quicker. Hero designer Guillaume has actually spoken about Lando, and he is being fixed via a server patch, so just like the Heroes vs Villains change, we won't even have to download anything. And it's all going to be done by DICE, which is perfect. It won't disrupt much playing. It'll be like half an hour downtime on a certain day. But basically what he explained was that Lando, although the damage will be changed completely, so he won't deal the mass amount of damage that he currently is doing, it will still look like he is, and that will need a required full client download with an actual change to the code. So he is going to be doing that in the next patch, and when asked when would this patch be coming, he said it's going to be out pretty soon, and he can't give an exact date, but it should be pretty close from here on out, so that's really good to hear. Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get it within the next 2 weeks or so, because they do take around 2 weeks to sort of pass QA testing, that sort of stuff. And that is a process they can't really rush, so although the patch might be done right now, you know, 2 weeks have sort of got to go by for testing and whatnot. Next up, we have an update from our favourite community modder who is called Inspired Zebra, and he actually posted gameplay of the TIE Striker being played on the Scarif DLC, and not just the power-up, but actually being played. Now, all they did was actually swap out the model from a TIE Fighter to the TIE Striker. Now, this is an important notice. This is just a model switch out, and it's not a actual perfected version of the TIE Striker being played. So, you know, there's animations, there's sound effects, there's all kinds of specific movements that each starfighter has individually, which the TIE Striker in this video does not have. And I was speaking to Paul Keslin at the last Battlefront event, and he said that they did want it into the game, but it didn't really make much sense as to where it was in the film. Vehicles such as the TIE Striker are actually only atmospheric and only meant to be within the atmosphere and aren't technically space starfighters, which is quite interesting to hear. And on top of that, he also said it didn't really make much sense because they're literally the same as the TIE Fighter, and there's nothing apart from the actual visual difference, so it made no sense to them. Also, Uninspired Zebra did actually mod the Death Trooper armor onto his own character. Hopefully we can get to see a video of that in the near future as well. And Hero Blast is coming because he actually managed to access Hero Blast to some extent. It's all in the menus, and we've actually found out through the screenshots Uninspired Zebra shared with us that because it is a Season Pass only playlist, all the maps are going to be playable, which is absolutely fantastic. It's also going to be 6v6, which is kind of weird because there's 7 heroes per side, but hey, you know, we're getting very, very close to Hero Blast release, and I cannot wait to finally get my hands on playing it because I just want to play as Hero every single round. Like, I really just want to do that, and fingers crossed it'll be coming in the December patch, which comes sometime later this month. I also just want to clear something up about an article that IGN put out a day or so ago. It's actually been removed since, and it basically claimed there's a campaign and it's been set in stone for the next Star Wars Battlefront. However, it was not true to what Paul Keslin actually spoke about, and it was misinterpreted in his words. So essentially, what is happening is that he said that they're looking into feedback, they've heard feedback, blah blah blah. Eurogamer actually did a quite big interview with him, and you can go check it out. There'll be a link to this interview in the description below, and it basically says they know what's, you know, the problem, what people want, and on top of that, Motive are working with them to sort of make the next best experience they could possibly do with the next Star Wars Battlefront game. Also, EA's VP of Investor Relations, Chris Everdeen, actually did say the teams are working on the Battlefront sequel to basically ensure that our feedback is taken into account, and he did say that they are going to be addressing the issues that they've heard, specifically in terms of the lack of depth in the game and a campaign that wasn't there that a lot of people wanted. So it's not officially confirming anything, but it is, you know, hinting towards it. And on top of that, Paul also said, you know, they are looking forward to the future with the different eras, and whatever era it's going to be in, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic game. I would like to see a mixture of both the sequels and the prequels, but we just don't know yet. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Check out any 2 previous videos on screen, and I'll catch you all in my next Star Wars Battlefront video. Goodbye.